Is this working? My camera's about to die. Amazing. Okay guys, welcome back to my YouTube. I have been wanting to do this for a little while, and I thought that in 2025 it would be the year that I would try new and different YouTube concepts that I'm not very much used to. As you know, I usually only do vlogs on this channel, which are so fun, and I'm gonna keep doing those because they literally feed my soul from the inside out. But I thought it would be nice to also have a little bit of sit down stuff, and then hopefully in the future evolve into more eventful content. Just basically try and experiment with a bunch of different video ideas that I've been having. So I thought this would kind of be like a good introduction into something a little bit different. Obviously we're filming from my room today. I actually just like scoot back a little bit. I wanted to sit down today and talk a little bit about what I've been doing, how I've been feeling for the past couple of months. Also, I made myself a little matcha for this talk. I feel like I've finally mastered the art of the perfect matcha. And I tried foaming my milk this time a little bit. Don't know if I like that, but the taste is like divine, so. Anyways, how have I been doing? Honestly, not great. As you guys know, right before Christmas break, I was feeling very burnt out about school. I was just having so many projects at the same time, and I just felt like I didn't have time to finish everything or to give my all to every single project, and it was just like this very frustrating, stressful bubble that I was in, and basically that kind of pushed me out of my routine, and I'm a very routine-based girl. So being off of my routine because of school was not great for my mental health. I was able to keep my head somewhat out of the water, but like really struggling for those last months of 2024. And once I came into 2025 and my schedule changed and I wasn't having as many projects and I was having a little bit more time, I just completely crashed and burned, and I got sick like 3 times in January. And so that also impacted my routine because I couldn't do everything that I was usually doing or trying to get back into. And I was just like dealing with kind of the aftermath of all the stress that I had endured, and I really felt it. My body was telling me like, oh, we finally have time to calm down, like we're gonna calm down. So yeah, I just like couldn't get out of like this sickness that I was having, and I lost basically all motivation. Like I stopped going to the gym, and I couldn't find motivation to do anything. Waking up in the morning even to go to school just felt like so tiring, and I wasn't even doing as much stuff as I was doing before, but I was just like completely lost. And I kind of came to the realization that this was just like slowly pulling me towards the bottom a couple of weeks ago, when I realized that I was like, I'm not even enjoying things that I used to enjoy because of how shitty my mentality is right now, and I'm not doing anything to get better. So I basically decided to sit down with myself and have like a very honest and realistic like evaluation of my life right now, and realize what the hell was going on, how I was gonna get out of it and get back to like a healthy state of mind and routine and lifestyle, which is basically kind of what this video is gonna be about a little bit. Something else that I think impacted me a lot that I want to mention is the fact that usually around the new year, every year I will take some time to basically plan out what I want the next year to look like. And that is like one of the most important and inspiring things for me going into a new year. And as I explained, I was just like so busy with schoolwork during the holidays that I didn't have the time to do that, and I actually think that also really impacted how I felt, because usually this time of year, January until like March and April, I'm like so excited with like all of the goals that I have put in place. I'm looking at my vision board every day, just like trying to figure out how I'm gonna make things happen for myself. And this time I didn't have like anything basically to look forward to this year. I was kind of going into it like blind. Like, I don't know, I'll just see whatever comes and whatever happens, and I won't even know what I want because I haven't sat down and thought about it. And I really do think that that was kind of a disservice to me, because I really do thrive on having goals and resolutions and stuff like that, especially making a vision board and all that stuff. It's always like such a fun and creative project to do as well. So yeah, those are basically like all of the symptoms of my funk. Okay, I've been having to take breaks in between every couple of minutes because this camera is just not charged. So to get back into it, one of the first steps I did to try to evaluate my life is I did the Wheel of Life diagram, which I didn't know what it was before, but I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers in the world. She's like a Mexican YouTuber that I love. And she did it in the beginning of this year to figure out what her goals were going to be for the year. And basically it's like this circle diagram where you evaluate every area of your life from 1 to 10, and then you can have an overview of in which areas of your life you're kind of lacking and which areas of your life you're doing well. So I actually did this at school with one of my friends on lunch break, and it was so much fun because we were like asking each other the questions and filling out each other's diagrams. It like sparked so many interesting conversations because it's also kind of about what your perception of your life is, and for some other people it could be completely different. So I also noticed that like we're so much harsher on ourselves than what other people might see and think of us. So from that I started writing down a little bit of a plan on how I was gonna get better in those areas that I was kind of lacking. The first thing that I really want to get back into is the gym, because having a workout routine and going to the gym every day is one of the best things that I've ever done for my mental health. And I know that when I'm consistently doing it, I feel the best mentally, physically, confidence-wise, energy-wise, like everything just gets better in my life. But to do that, I have to find a new workout routine, because the one I've been doing for the past couple of months is just so boring to me, and it does not make me want to get up in the morning and go to the gym, which means that I need to switch it up. And to really push myself to do that, I think I'm gonna try to hire a trainer, which is a little bit crazy because I'm like so young and whatever, like I don't really need a trainer. I could probably figure it out myself, but I kind of want to challenge myself, because to me having a trainer is a little bit of a scary thing. I'm like so curious about it because I would like to know what like a professional workout plan could look like for me, especially if the person is like really creating it tailored to my personal fitness goals, which is obviously what they're supposed to do. But there's only one trainer at my gym, so it's really kind of like 50-50 of if we're gonna get along, if I'm gonna like what he offers me, and if it really is gonna help me become more motivated and more consistent at the gym. But I have to try, you know, like I just have to put myself out there and try and meet with this person and see if we're the right fit for each other. But I think starting next week I'm gonna apply for the training session and just see what happens from there. But I definitely do think that's like a really good actionable step I can take to getting back to the gym. So that's my first step. My second step is kind of like about managing my anxiety, because recently my anxiety has been coming back, and I thought that this type of anxiety was in the past for me. I used to feel kind of like daily anxiety when I was in high school, and that was like the worst time of my life. So when I started to feel it coming back in that way, I got really scared, because I was thinking like I just don't want to be there again, like in that mental headspace again, because it was just like so terrible. I decided to implement like more calming stuff into my routine. So I've been listening to a lot more podcasts, which I really love. I definitely want to do like a little segment on a video where I talk about all of my favorite podcasts, because I started listening to them more religiously when I got to Paris, so like about 3 years ago. And I feel like that's one of the things that like actually changed my life, because I learned so much from podcasts. Very into like health and wellness podcasts, but I also really enjoy funny girl talk podcasts as well. But for now, I just wanted to mention that I've been getting back into listening to podcasts a lot, and it definitely has helped with my mental health a lot more than listening to music, which is kind of weird. And then I've also been getting back into reading, because I used to read every night before bed, and I also lost that habit when I was going through my difficult stressful time. And reading before bed is so calming and gets your mind off of everything, especially if you're reading a good book. Lately I've been reading Talking at Night by Claire Daverly. I got this on my birthday when I did like my really big book shopping spree. I bought this because it just kept getting recommended to me, but I didn't even really know what it was about. So when I started reading it and I realized that this was a romance book, I was a little bit disappointed, because I actually don't really read romance anymore, especially not this like teenage type of romantic stories. They just like don't really do it for me anymore. But this kind of actually had an interesting plot twist like a third into the book, and it got a little bit different. So I'm hoping that, you know, I'm hoping I won't be disappointed by the end, basically is what I'm saying. And I have been enjoying reading it, if I'm honest. Like, I'm not tortured by it. But yeah, so I've been reading this every night, and it's been really, really nice. And I read with my red light on, so it just sets the mood perfectly. So yeah, this has been a really good habit to put back into my routine. I've also just been trying to take more time for myself in general, do things that aren't very productive but that are good for my mental health and for my well-being and just for my dopamine and happiness levels. Like, just trying to treat myself. One of the things I did, I actually went and got my nails done recently, which I hadn't done in such a long time because I was trying to grow them out without putting nail polish on them. But when I'm stressed and anxious, I'm a very serious nail biter. It's a habit I've been trying to kick off for years, and I just haven't found anything better than just having my nails done all the time to counteract that bad habit. So I've kind of just accepted the sacrifice of maybe my nails will be a little bit damaged, but at least they'll be long. And I won't be biting them because that's such an ugly habit to have. So yeah, I went and got my nails done, cherry red, which I love. I love this like shade of red. And I do feel like this has boosted my confidence a lot, and it's made me want to wear rings again, which I hadn't done for a while, and just like jewelry in general. I'm like very stacked out right now, so I actually think this was really good. Like, it did make me really happy. It was a nice treat. Another thing that I did to treat myself is do some baking. I've just been having so much fun making like healthy little sweet treats. Oh my god, so good. I just got great news. Devine quoi, gars?
Non, arrête.
J'ai eu le job.
Mais je suis trop fière de toi, girl.
Moi aussi, j'ai envie de pleurer, genre.
Positive things coming through. Trop bien. Incroyable. Bon, bah bravo, Queen.
Honestly, I still can't believe it. It feels a little bit surreal. It was just like the best possible news I could have because I just like connected so well with the people that work there, and it's an actual design agency, so I'm gonna be doing actual work that I'm excited and passionate and inspired by, hopefully. So I just think it's gonna be like a very interesting and inspiring new chapter for me that I'm very much looking forward to. Obviously, it's kind of early because I would be starting in September and we're only in March, so I still have to finish my bachelor's, get my diploma, and then I have a summer internship, a month of summer holidays, and then I'll be going into this apprenticeship. So a lot of exciting things coming ahead. I'm feeling very grateful and blessed and excited for the future. I think that's kind of what I was lacking this past few months, of like just not really knowing what was coming and feeling kind of stuck in this weird place. So now that I have all these exciting projects coming up and that, you know, the weather is getting nicer again, summer's coming up, everything is just feeling fresh and brand new, which makes a lot of sense with spring. This is a perfect time for me to get better and get back into the things that I love and just enjoy being a human and being alive again like I used to. And I basically wanted to do this video also to just talk about the fact that you can restart your year or make new goals or make a new vision board any time of the year. Like, it doesn't mean that January is over, that it means that this whole year is over and the way you planned it is over. And I feel like this is also a reminder that I need to hear, because I used to be very rigid in my mind like that. But you can start off anywhere, anytime, at any moment, and it is just as meaningful. I'm basically feeling like I'm starting my 2025 in March, which is crazy. But that's just how my life has been lately. It's just been so crazy that I could only take a breath and really, you know, sit down and think about things and plan my year now. And so I'm just accepting it and moving forward with it, and I'm still so excited for all that's to come this year. Okay, it's gotten cloudy again, so the lighting is gonna change a little bit. One thing I did when I was severely depressed that really changed my outlook on life in general was that every night before going to bed, I would say in my head 3 things that I was grateful for that happened during that day, and it honestly helped me appreciate every day so much more and actually look into the details of what made each day good and realize that every day has a little bit of good in it, even the days that are actually unbearable. So yeah, I feel like that's another thing that I could start doing again. Anyways, so as I said, one thing that I really missed going into the new year was not being able to do my whole vision board, set my goals and intentions for the year, and I'm actually going to be doing that this weekend. I started a little bit the past couple of days. I've been going through my Pinterest and finding pictures that inspire me, things that I want to get into 2025, or just like goals that are translated into a visual form, putting them together on the computer. And then usually what I do is that I put that as like my header of my 2025 page in Notion. I basically plan and organize my whole life on Notion, and I don't think that will ever change because ever since Notion came into my life, everything just got so much easier for me. So I have a bunch of different pages on Notion, but one of them is like my year overview page, and I usually write my goals and resolutions for the year and also things that I want to do. So I started writing down my 2025 goals and my 2025 bucket list, because those to me are two different things. Like, goals for me are like things I'm striving for that are very specific. Bucket list things are random things that I want to do this year. They're more of like places I want to go, things I want to do, trips I want to go on, and stuff like that. Goals are like aspirational things that I'm striving for. And then I'd say resolutions are more of like mindset things. I like to separate them in those three different categories. I have some goals that are related to YouTube. Obviously, the first one is that, as I said, I want to try more video concepts this year and just experiment a little bit outside of regular vlogs like I'm doing right now. So let me know if it's working out for me or not. I also have some fitness goals, get into training. I want to try yoga this year as well, which I'm very excited about. I want to do a lot more walking. I want to hopefully be able to walk every day, which I haven't been doing as much. Like, I obviously walk every day, but I'm not going on a walk every day, which is something that I'd like to implement in 2025. I put stop biting my nails by getting monthly manicures, which I have been doing. So yeah, those are a little bit of my goals. I'm not going to share all of them because obviously some of them are a little bit more personal. And then in like my bucket list part, I put random things that I want to do around Paris just because I want to like take advantage of the beautiful city that I'm living in. So there are different like parks that I want to go to that I've never been to. There's also some other stuff that I want to do in like the social media space that I haven't done yet. And then I also will have like my book goal of the year, like how many books I want to read. And then resolutions, as I said, is more of like mindset stuff. I haven't really worked on that part yet. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to focus on this year. I think it's important to be realistic with yourself and not have this never-ending list that is just so unattainable, because that's obviously not going to motivate you. So yeah, if you're doing this for yourself as well and trying to get back into the groove of, you know, the new year, new beginnings, and setting goals for yourself, I would say basically just try to be very honest about the things that you want and try to also specify how you can achieve those specific things. Because I know with like general goals, you can write get in better shape, but detail how you're actually going to do that, and then you're more likely to do it. First step will probably get like a gym membership or buy some new trainers, start going outside every day, implementing walking into your routine, etc. Those are more like actionable steps that you can take to fulfill that goal. So that would be my advice for that part. But yeah, hopefully you guys will be able to see how I'm bettering myself, and I want to be a positive and energized person, and that's exactly what I want to translate to you guys in my videos. But anyways, the sun is almost I feel like the sun is setting right now, so I think this is gonna be a good time to end the video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.